see me, but you can hear my beautiful voice. That's okay. You've already seen enough of this guy. I've got Justyn Thompson on the line, ready to do all things Float Life S3, and you can see his beautiful mug right here. So we are excited to talk to you guys. Belly is in Studio A. I'm in Studio B. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the voice of One Wheel.
Yes, we are on. Yes, sorry, my music is not rolling right now. Hey, Justyn, welcome, sir. It's good to see you.
What's up, Cooch?
What's up, Justyn? How we doing, man? Let's get that tunes out of here and start this damn thing. You guys cannot see me, right?
Nope, sorry. Can't see Luch today. Can't see his pretty face. Just me and Justin's pretty faces today for everyone.
Ah, that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and change this live stream name because right now everybody thinks that it's Justyn Lewis and 8 to 10, and that is not correct, sir. This is Justyn Thompson with Float Life S3. What is going on, dude? Are you pumped?
Man, fired up. It's all happening. It's happening quickly and just try to keep up with it. It's awesome. We're super excited. The new venue is really cool. It's just learning it and figuring everything out and has a lot to offer. So we're super excited about it and super just fired up.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I saw that you guys were just started selling tickets. Tell us a little about that and what's going on with everything going there.
Yeah, we've been planning the launch on the tickets for a little while. We just wanted to make sure, all of our costs would be covered. Everything would be, solid. So we took a little longer than we wanted to, but we, working with Sarah Rose and I, we went out. We've been working with Rebranch. We're working just with everybody to try to make sure that we could get it out right. We went out with Amongst It, John Grace and those guys who do all of our video and video work. And we did the little video that we introduced the other day with Dom and myself and Sarah Rose. And so we've been just kind of hitting it up, trying it out a little bit. They just redid all the pump tracks. I went out there this weekend for a little get together. And they had just redone all the pump tracks, smoothed everything out. We're going to try to get out there this weekend and do some riding is my hopes, just to start even mapping out more stuff, but really cool stuff. I mean, Oscar Blues, Rebranch. Rebranch is owned by Oscar Blues. If you haven't caught that, that's the new venue. You can check it out online at rebranch.com.
Justyn, Oscar Blues is a brewery that started in Colorado. I believe their first one is in Boulder. I actually got to see it. Dude, those guys, we had them on the original iteration of my first podcast called Luch Dog in the Morning. We had those guys on at a live show. Belly, were you there at Time Out?
I was there that day, yep.
Yeah, we definitely had those guys. That rep, remember, dude, he was such a cool ass dude.
Was it Dale?
Actually, that sounds right. To be honest with you, the guy was there.
Dale's the owner, and he's actually apparently really cool dude and really into mountain biking, and so they bought Rebranch in 2011, I believe, is when they got it. And if you look up, basically Rebranch is where Red Bull did their Dreamline event in 2011.
Oh, that's awesome.
So all those courses are still there, and one of the really cool aspects of Rebranch for coming from a spectator standpoint is we'll be able to watch a lot of the races and see the entire race. There's a dual slalom course that looks so rad, and it's going to be so fun to watch people, like two people at a time, coming down the exact same course next to each other, single track, for a quarter mile. And, it's like watching downhill slalom skiing. It's really what it's going to look like, or snowboarding. So it's pretty sweet. And then really cool skills courses. You can kind of see some of that stuff in the video that we produced the other day. And, everything's already built in. So it's really, there's jump courses that we can adjust to make, really fun. I'm working on new ramps.
Well, Justyn,
all new ramps and such for this year.
I tell you what, Justyn, you segued right into a perfect time. I do have that video queued up, ready to show for the Float Life 3 promo.
Oh, sweet.
If you want me to drop it on.
Let's check it out if you want to show it. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
It's just a 1-minute video.
Yep.
Now remember, quick. Justyn, you're on the same fader, so just hang out while we play this video, and we'll be back in just 1 minute. Good job, Belly. Let's make that happen.
So yeah, a little behind the scenes. I gotta swap around. Everyone's on the same.
You
cameras
said
all
you
the
were
time.
ready.
I was ready, but the problem is when I start this, and I'm about to start it in 3, 2, 1.
Belly, you're gonna have so much fun there, man.
I wish you could make it out, Luch.
I do too, Justyn. You guys just go above and beyond. I'm so glad that you're able to do this for the community. I don't think people realize how hard it is to pull this stuff off. There's so much in the back end that we'll get to, but
almost nailed that drop too.
I have to take falls like that.
I was talking about setting up the licensing and all the BS red tape that you guys go through just so that we can have these trail runs, man. Look at this. Look at this. Is this the slalom?
That's the full slalom, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And don't worry, because I'm going to play this video again for all the listeners.
This is
but mute
part of
everyone.
the skills course here.
Well, you said you want to play it again?
No, but what I will do is, don't forget, I'm going to play this video at the end, and this next time I won't let anyone talk over it.
Why? We're great. You love us talking over it. Come on now.
I didn't know we were actually talking over it. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, that was the point. We were giving you a little play-by-play, Belly.
Oh, cool. I thought I was supposed to be quiet.
You did. Well, I know. And then I kind of introed him in. It's a weird day, Justyn. You can't see me. I'm over here just ripping Christmas trees apart because I'm just furious at technology. But it's all good.
Well,
Belly's carrying the load today.
I wanted to ask about that because
cool.
I'm going to be attending my first FLOATLIFE Fest, Justyn. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to buy tickets on Friday. And I just want to start off by saying, so I'm going straight to Rebranch on Thursday, right? I'm going just starting from there.
Yeah, that's our plan. We'll be, we're still working out the schedule, but this year we really, as long as weather, everything, holds out for us, we'll still be doing all of our skills courses. We'll start skills courses on Thursday. We're going to keep doing skills courses throughout the weekend too. I want to make sure to fill that stuff in throughout the weekend so that people can always get those. So we'll have some repetitive classes, I think, this year to make sure that people, that are showing up a little later, or if a class, we're already selling a lot of tickets. It seems really good this year already. So I think that some of the classes might get, we want people to get some attention and be able to, and I've already been talking to Bodie. Bodie's super fired up about the clinics and really wants to make sure that we get those going and have them really seamless this year. And obviously the McCoskers, everybody will be helping us out with all that again. We will, we'll be doing demos. We'll have Dom helping out. Well, Dom will be doing some Grom clinics again. There's some cool things, just quick announcements that people should probably know because I've been getting a lot of questions. This year and last year we had to charge for kids tickets. This year we do not. So we are going to do kids under 12 for free. We want it to be super family friendly. We want people to be able to come out and bring their kids, and we want kids to have a good time at no cost. So kids under 12 are free. So bring the fam.
Oh, that's awesome.
Justyn, are we going to have a Clydesdale race?
Yeah, you probably saw the graphic that Kai Miller did from Swerve Clothing.
I am just, guys, I am going to literally play producer today, and anytime I'm just going to take all the questions from the social media lounge and just pipe them into the show. So if you have any questions about it, just pipe them in. I'm watching like a hawk, and I'll just pump them in. So what is this Clydesdale race?
The Clydesdale race we started last year. We had a lot of people, big guys like myself, 200 plus pounds, that felt like the little guys, which we always call them the skinnies. The skinnies were a little bit faster because they probably are. It's a little bit more weight on these on the one wheels, and so we started a Clydesdale class, 200 plus pounds. So that started last year. Clydesdale, big horses. That's what we are, big workhorses. So we got a separate class for that.
How many people are you expecting this year?
Hey.
Last year, throughout the weekend, we had
About
300 people.
Is that Sarah Rose we see?
Hi, I'm back. I
What's
just
up, girl?
Another obligation.
Now, listen, guys, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Sarah Rose is integral to this whole operation. Justyn, you want to intro her a little bit?
Sarah Rose Brooks, She's the deal. If you've been to any of the Float Life Fest or been to Southern Raft Supply, you've met Southern Sarah Rose, Southern Rose, Southern Rose Supply. Sarah Rose is my partner in Float Life Fest. Crushes it. She is definitely an integral part of the festival in the background. And
I love it.
She can typically answer most of the questions before I can.
Well, let's throw one at her. Let's give her
one. So you're
one.
saying she's your belly, is what you're saying?
Now, don't. Wow. We're gonna have to vet these questions first.
No, I'm gonna rifle through this. Look, out. People want to know how much food and beer will be there. Will there be food trucks?
There will be, yeah.
Yes, we will have Roy Ingersoll back from Freebird Concessions, who was there last year. He's awesome. We love Roy. We are also going to have the Oscar Blues has a food truck called the Grub Hub, the Grub.
I think that's taken.
The Chub Wagon.
Chub Wagon.
Chub Wagon.
Yeah,
that's better.
They have the Oscar Blues Chub Burger.
Yeah, because isn't one of their beers like some kind of chub?
Yes.
Yeah, Old Chub.
Yeah. Old Chub.
Old Chub. Yeah. And I believe, if I'm saying this right, I remember when we had them on our show, on the can there was a place that it was marked where you could cut it out so you could put a Christmas tree in there, which I thought was really funny marketing.
I can see that. I've heard that about Dale.
That is really awesome. So they're just cool ass dudes, and I'm loving that they own the Rebranch.
They're super cool, and they're going to be a sponsor of the festival this year, which will be great. So we should have beer sales out there. We're working on all the permitting and everything for that right now.
We'll definitely have one night that's going to be at Oscar Blues at the tap room, which will be really cool for everyone. They'll have the whole Oscar Blues selection, and we think that's going to be a really fun party. And our goal right now is to also have beer sales there. But just like last year, BYOB is totally fine. So.
I always bring a cooler of beer. Don't you worry.
Yeah, Belly will bring enough for the whole party. In fact, I'm pretty sure Belly's tent is going to be the cool kid table for sure. He's just going to be hanging out with everybody. He's the nicest guy. He's a bartender who won't have to work. He's literally just going to be enjoying himself.
You say that, but I feel like I'm going to get asked to make some Bloody Marys.
It's a lot of this. Everybody that's there is pretty much having a really good time.
I'm ready.
And that's one really cool thing about the festival is everybody's just been cool so far. It's all like our friends. It's people we've gotten to know through Facebook and through the web, and all of a sudden you're putting faces with these names that you see, and everybody comes together, and it's just a blast. It's like seeing old friends that even the people you're like, oh, wait, I totally know who you are. Like, awesome. I know your profile pic, but wow, cool.
How about, I'm sorry. I
just think it's pretty funny. It's kind of
awesome. Dude. It is. And I'm wondering, because I'm seeing these questions come in, like, what if I'm a little older? What if I want to not race against the whippersnappers and I'm 40 or 50 years old? Do we have an old lady competition?
I think we are going to do a master's class this year.
I like it.
Which is, we're going to call it the master's class, and it'll probably be an above 40 race. But I don't know. I'm trying to decide if it's 40 or 45. I don't know. Either way, I'm in that race, so it doesn't matter to me. But I know, but 40 seems young to me. Dave Stewart, won Race for the Rail last year, and I think he's 41. So,
what do golfers do? When is it the seniors tour, Belly? Is it 50 and over?
I think it's 50. I think you're right there. But I have another important
50
question
plus
coming.
Might be the place to go.
Right?
I think that might be the master's class is 50 plus. But
because isn't Richardson 40 something? He can't be in the master's class. That's not fair.
I know he wants to be. He Richardson, you want to be in the master's class, but
no, you get the hell out. Watch what you guys watch. You guys watch. I've got a trick for you coming up later in this show that is probably gonna blow your mind. It's called a bonk shove it, and I'm excited to drop it. It's Chris's new trick. He's doing an NBD series of tricks that have never been done before. So we'll drop that in a minute. But a very, very important question is coming in. Can you round trip to Oscar Blues and then back to Reeb on one XR charge?
It will be tight. It's an 8-mile trip to Oscar Blues, and that's one thing we're trying to figure out right now is if we're going to have some shuttles there, how we're going to work all that part out. So that's, still kind of a TBD, to be determined sort of thing. But I mean, I think it's possible to get there and charge there, that sort of thing. But it's not the greatest as far as like getting there. Like it's backcountry roads to get there.
So you're saying the only pints that are going to be there are the ones being served?
Yeah, pretty much. But we will, you know, I think we're going to end up doing some stuff over there too, and I think that it's a great place for people that aren't going to race. This brings up another thing. Okay, so people that aren't going to race and stuff, we want to do the Greenway, the Brevard Greenway. They actually have a nice paved greenway that connects at Oscar Blues Brewery, but that's 8 miles away from us. But we want to do some rides, like maybe during the days, during the festival, where we do a ride where people can meet up over there and do some stuff, you know, and actually do the Greenway ride too, because there's, you know, 5 to 8 miles of Greenway over there. That'll be super fun for people to hit up that, you know, maybe aren't quite as much into the trail riding and that sort of thing. So we're kind of still working on all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff we're just kind of dialing in still.
Very cool.
Belly, what do you want to know?
Well, I see Bob Nicholson had a great question. Let's see. Is it?
Do we get a green jacket if we win?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. We're still working out our
Masters. If you win the Masters division.
Belly,
I know we're deciding, are we going to do the wrestling belts or something new this year? You know, so we're kind of.
I need 2 touchdowns, one for that line and one for Belly's pint line. That was fantastic. That was maybe one of your best lines on the show. I wish you could see me. I'm over here like mind blown. I was like, yes, that was it. One more. I need one more.
Oh, it's coming. Boom.
Sarah Rose, are you a rider? Do you ride?
I do. I'm kind of what they call a dark horse.
Okay. What does that mean?
I'm just joking. I do ride. I'm not quite as active on the social media as many other riders out there.
Oh, okay. You ride in the background. I like it.
I ride in the background. You will see me one-wheeling about town.
She rides daily, for sure, for sure.
Can you do the drops that your boy Dom can do?
No.
Can anyone?
I don't endorse those at all. I have like long talks with Dom about how I'm disappointed about like his reckless behavior.
I was gonna say, can you let us into his head a little bit? Can you tell us what's going on with that crazy kid? We love him, but is he all right?
He's fine.
I think he's all right. You know, I think he's like a 15-year-old with an electronic toy.
Yeah, I mean, what did we do with skateboards when we were 15?
Yeah.
Break ourselves.
It's like he's got an electronic death wish, is what I'm looking at. But
he's really talented. Kid.
He's super talented, and he's actually got the skills to do everything that he's trying. You know,
it's so impressive, dude. He doesn't care. He just sends it. I think we all just can learn a little bit from that. Like, I know we're not, you know, as rubber as he is at that age, but damn, dude, he sends it.
He does, man. I ride with that kid all the time, and it's. You know, it's fun. It's fun to watch because I'm pretty blown away at half the stuff I see. I'm like, how did you just do that and not even slightly sketchy?
Besides, the sport the sport needs as many Doms as possible.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not hating on him. I love the kid. I want to get into his head so I can try to be more like him.
Totally. It's pretty funny. It's, you know, he built a drop at my house the other day. We're kind of building.
No one else can use.
Yeah, some skills course stuff. He's like, oh, I'll build a drop for the skills course. I was like, okay, cool.
Great.
And I like went about doing my stuff at the house, and then like I came back out, and it's like this 4.5 foot drop. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, you're the only one that can do that, dude.
Caleb Catrone wants bigger drops at FLF3. They're loving it. They're clamoring for it, Justyn.
There's
they don't
already some cool stuff out there that I see.
Really cool stuff.
There's some really neat stuff out there at the venue.
New questions then. I've got another one coming in. Will the XR trails out of Reeb connect up with the trails that lead into the DuPont forest?
They do, and it is a steep climb out, so there's going to be some hiking, but once you get to the top, then you can ride into DuPont. There's some amazing, amazing stuff in there.
Really?
What does that even? So, Sarah, what does that even mean for us who haven't been there? What can you just translate that question?
What are you about the specifics of DuPont? So basically, out of property, it's pretty steep to where like you might have to hike with your one wheel to summit that ridge. But then once you clear that, you'll have access to DuPont, which is, I mean, like it's got you guys should Google like DuPont Triple Falls. It's just breathtaking. It's just a beautiful environment with tons of trails that are totally doable on the one wheel.
Yeah, there's some super amazing stuff out there. Dom and Matt Moses and those guys went out there recently and just and totally got some footage out there and did a little riding. And there's some really great flow trails. But there's there's so much like at Reeb too, though, just fun skills type stuff.
Do they know that you're on a live broadcast behind you?
I know. Hold on. Hey,
no, it's fine.
Keep it down a little bit. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm just messing with you. It's just funny.
I know. We're
clear that they have
trying to do our best. We're in our work zone.
That's the thing, man. I don't think people realize like you're taking your time out of a workday to do this, and I mean, you also have a job. Like, it's not like your job is to make this festival happen. So why do you are you
kind of is another job now?
Well, are you a glutton for punishment here, or like do you just enjoy doing this? What's the deal?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's awesome. I do. I've been putting on festivals for over 20 years. I started with we started our original my French Broad River Festival is the one that I've been putting on. This will be our 22nd year, coming up first weekend of May in Hot Springs, North Carolina, and it's about a 3,000 person festival. So, growing into this festival has been really cool, and just a totally different deal. Different counties in the state. So it's a lot of learning how to deal with different spots here, and it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but yeah, we've got a good team, and we've got a lot of support from the community, which is huge, and that makes it all worthwhile. Seeing everybody stoked is awesome.
Belly, I know you're heading out there this year. I know you're excited to do it. So I want to kind of maybe have you ask a few questions from like, I've never been out there before. Like, what am I getting in? Like, what do you need to know?
Well,
that's a great question, Justyn. I'm going to piggyback on Adam's question here and let you go.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, I thought you were going to ask me a question.
No.
I did too.
Luch basically asked the question I was going to ask. It's mostly the, I mean, I'm coming out there for the first time. Are we doing if I get down there on Tuesday or Wednesday, are we going to do some group rides in the city of Asheville?
Totally. Yeah, we are going to do a one-wheel Wednesday ride in Asheville for sure. That'll definitely be, and that'll be a good day. Like if people show up early, they can come and pick up boards at Southern Raft Supply on Wednesday. Once again, if people don't know, what we do is let you ship your boards to us. We want to get them here at a reasonable time. But before this festival, we got people coming from all over the world. I've already seen One Wheel Ibiza's coming from Spain. Holy cow.
Fabouz, I believe, will be there from France.
I'm sure we got the French contingent coming as well again. It's going to be awesome. So, I mean, the BC guys, West Coast Land Pirate. There's Sean Nelson. All those guys.
I know we got Keelhart coming out for first time. Me coming out for first time. So we're all coming from everywhere. It's never going to stop.
Yeah, there's tons of people coming from all over the world. It's wild. It's awesome. But so we're basically you'll check in. You can come by the shop on Wednesday or Tuesday even if you want. If you've shipped your board in time, you can come pick them up here, and you want to go ride around Asheville a couple days beforehand, which we highly suggest.
For sure. We'll try and come up with like a list of like recommended riding areas in our little like urban sphere right here. There's like the River Arts District, which is definitely XR distance from our shop. It's got a bunch of beautiful graffiti, and you're like riding along the river. It's really great.
And there's a skate park that's there too. That's pretty awesome.
We'll try and provide some resources around where to go.
Sure. And that Wednesday, we will do a One Wheel Wednesday ride in Asheville and go hit up some of the local flavor here. Brevard, Deerfields was about 25 minutes from the Asheville airport. Brevard and Rebranch is 27 minutes from the Asheville airport. I timed it the other day and checked it out. So 27-minute drive from the airport, AVL. So that's where most people will fly into AVL or Greenville, Spartanburg. So that'll help you out. But you'll be able to ship boards to SRS. Also, if you wanted to pick up a new board, call us beforehand and we can have you a brand new board waiting here, and then we'll ship it back to you for free if you buy the board through us. And then you don't even have to deal with any shipping. We deal with it all for you. Otherwise, when you ship it to us, then you will either provide a label back that we will put on, or you will, or we will provide you a shipping fee back and ship it back to you after the fest.
And just to clarify, that is in the U.S. We can ship it in the lower rebate. And in terms of shipping it to us, just keep an eye out for our deadlines. We got to have boards shipped in by a certain date in order to guarantee that service. But we'll be posting about that when it gets a little bit closer.
Yeah, and some quick other things. Like I said earlier, kids under 12 are going to be free this year. And also, we've had a bunch of people asking about dogs. You know, we've kind of been discouraged to have dogs. Oh, there's Luch. I can see him on here now.
Yeah, I can see him too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I was like, wait, who's that sitting next to me? Yeah, so this year, you know, we're kind of discouraging dogs, but if you've got to bring them, we understand it's tough sometimes. We do have to charge for the dogs, so we're doing $100 dog pass for the weekend. So you'll have to buy a pass, and that's just to clean up, to do everything, you know, and we ask that you keep them on a leash and kind of keep them out of the way of competitions and that sort of thing.
A real quick side note from the producer here in Studio B. What's going on with the picture? I see Plevel's all pissed off. I got one Will Nelson something.
Don't worry.
What's going on?
I already fixed it. It's just the video feed went out on YouTube, and then
Tommy P is letting people have it in there. I see.
All you got to do is refresh the page, and the video will return to you, my friends. Just listen to Belly, okay?
Things are happening. And Tom P was the first. He was the first person to buy FLOATLIFE tickets. I'm gonna give him props for that this year. Old Tom Plevel was the man. He bought the first set of tickets.
Super stoked on that.
And we're sending him a little gift to say thank you for being the first one.
All right, so quick questions coming in. We've got, can I purchase a dog pass as long as I wear a dog collar and clean up after myself?
Correct.
Well, no, they're asking for themselves. If they wear a dog collar, can they buy that? So I don't think...
Can we actually ask you the availability of midnight hot laps?
We are not sure on that stuff yet. I mean, I'm sure people will be able to do some stuff. There's definitely trails on campus. And cool thing, you know, last year I know we had a lot of people bummed that we didn't have maps of deer fields. Great thing with Oscar Blues Rebranch, they already have maps of all their trails and everything made, so people will get that right when they get into Rebranch and check in. So, but yeah, there should be plenty of night riding. There's, you know, like I said, there's skills courses. There's the pump track is right in the middle of all the camping, so it'll be super fun to we'll put some lights on the pump track, and that's literally right where everybody's going to be camping. There's about a 1/4 mile long pump track. There's loads of fun stuff to hit up for sure.
Awesome.
Pelly, fire away. What are you curious about, Pelly? Keep going. I want to know what you need.
I guess my curiosity comes to the camping. I mean, once we arrive, what kind of situation do we have when it comes to, like, say I'm driving, I need to park my car somewhere. What kind of availability do we have?
Well, car camping is totally legit.
Tons of car camping.
Tons of car camping, so you'll be able to pull your car in, no problem. We are doing RV passes. You have to pay a little extra to bring your RVs in, but we'll have some spots to pull those in. I know we've already got about 7 or 8 RVs signed up with just in this first few days, so I'm expecting a lot more of them. RVs are a nice way to come out there. We do not have generator or electric hookups for those. So it'll be, no electric hookup, so you'll have to have your generator, but no problem there. We'll kind of put all the RVs kind of near each other so they can all share in that generator awesomeness. And then we do have some campsites with fire rings. I think there's 15 of them that actually have fire rings. There's a beautiful creek that runs through the property. People will be able to camp right on the creek. There are a couple of little places that we may be able to rent out, but we're not sure yet, so we're not telling anybody to depend on that at all. But there is tons of camping there, just tons and tons.
I plan on camping.
300 acres there. A lot of it has just fields and fields and fields of flat fields, and great camping.
What about fifth wheel parking? Like if somebody else is just coming to hang out, like
anything other than a car, like if they're pulling it in, they will need an RV pass with that as well.
What do you mean? Are you talking
like
about
pulling a little teardrop trailer or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be an RV. We still have a little bit of work to do in terms of like mapping out the site, because we just want to make sure that everything goes smoothly for you guys. And
so we're still figuring.
So we're not 100% sure on that.
But
first,
yeah, I think
is it first come first serve kind of camping setups where you find your spot, you pitch your tent?
For the most part.
Aside from the RV stuff, and that'll be like designated area. But look, so all of the camping spots are dope. Like they're all near like Riverside. There's no spot that you don't want to camp at.
And everything's really centralized this year, so everybody's going to be really close to each other. It won't be super spread out. All the fields are really like one big set of fields, so we'll all be there. We got to go out there, this year when they did the Overland Expo out there, which is the big, Jeeps and that sort of thing. And that place was so packed, thousands and thousands and thousands of people and tons of space.
Yeah. We think we can definitely accommodate the FLOATLIFE crew at this venue.
Yeah.
Bob Nicholson's got a good question for you guys. I'm just firing away. You're doing great. We'll let you go soon here, but what's the size limit for an RV or a trailer in feet? Do you know?
Ooh, I think we're pretty much good to go, unless you got some like.
Unless you're bringing like a semi or something.
Considering that they hosted Overland Expo, I don't think that like.
There's giant. That was like all about RVs. There's giant fields. I don't know if you can't. The main thing would be like if it's muddy or not. That would be the worst aspect of it. If it's muddy, we'll have to kind of do a little bit of work and figure some things out. But there, even then, we've seen it about as muddy as it could possibly be, and there was still parking in another field that we can move stuff over. It's pretty easy to maneuver there and negotiate the troubles that we're foreseeing.
All right, guys, if you have anything left, I've got like 5 more minutes left with my man over here. So if you have anything else, pump them into the social media lens. You've done a wonderful job.
And there's a ton of places out in that area that are Airbnb-able. Brevard does have a lot out there for Airbnb if people are looking.
Angel, is Angel serious? If I bring a short bus, do I need an RV pass?
The answer is yes.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a joke or for real.
Strong, yes.
Let's see. We've got we have a question about the music situation. There's going to be some music playing, I'm sure. People bringing their all kinds of stuff.
Well, no. Do you have any bands lined up? How about that?
We don't have them lined up. We have some things in the talks that we're trying to decide and trying to work on. But we've got a few things. Kind of feeling them out right now. But just sort of we'll definitely have at least one band every night and DJs and that sort of thing. So we'll have music every night.
Belly should DJ. Belly could DJ.
I don't know about that, but
I will get you ready by October.
I would love that. We just say, we just need some great music.
Okay, we're ready for it, Belly.
I'm ready. DJ, I'll be wearing my Belly shirts. Great. Can't wait.
Belly out.
Belly out. Let's
a cool thing for people to check out too. Check out cityofbrevard.com. That has info about a lot of the mountain bike trails in the area. It also talks about the Greenway and just things that you can hit up during the day if you're not hanging out at Rebranch and you want to go venture out on your own. There's some really cool stuff in Brevard. Brevard is a neat little place.
Justyn, people need a fire pit. They need it.
I'm telling you, the camp there's 15 campsites that have fire rings already.
Boom.
We'll have a big fire pit. Like I guess the idea is to keep it somewhat communal because we want to bring this community together. We want to have communal spaces. People can share those fire pits. And then if you check out some of the videos that we've posted of the venue, there's a big barn and we'll have a big fire out there. That'll be
they have this giant Oscar Blues chimney thing that we can we'll have a big fire and it's awesome. That's probably where we'll have music is up at the barn.
Awesome.
Tons of people.
Yeah, and if it's wet, rainy, the barn is they do big weddings and it's a big wedding venue basically, the barn is. So the barn is awesome. There's a bar in the barn, we'll have food up there. That's kind of where everything's going to be sort of central. And then we'll have another central setup with vendors, folks like Craft and Ride, Flight Pens, all those guys, everybody coming out, and we'll do a whole separate area for those kind of vendors as well.
Justyn, I got a good one in the social media lounge for you. Where is the chargers? Like, how are we charging?
We're working on that.
That's all being worked on.
We have a potential sponsor that's going to help us out with that. So just stay tuned, but we're definitely aware of it, and we will make sure that there's adequate charging infrastructure.
Our friends at One Wheel have kind of mentioned that they may be hooking us up with a lot of hyperchargers to use for the festival as well. So
that would be good.
They're trying to hyper up the event.
They're being very sweet to us. So we're gonna we're working on all that in the background right now. So that we're not going to have a festival for One Wheels and not have charging set up.
Come on, guys. Of course we got a place.
We're going to make sure everything's taken care of.
Everyone's on their own juice. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Charge your generator, bro. But generators are never a bad idea. Just bring your generator.
If you want your phone charged, charge it on your own personal stuff.
And we do this year. We will have. There is cell service. There is Wi-Fi. This venue has all of that.
That's awesome.
It's not always the greatest cell service, but there is cell service, and it is usually LTE. So it's if you have Verizon. I have Verizon. I know it works out there.
So you're telling me I could stream from out there?
I'm thinking you're going to be able to stream from out there.
Not with the best internet.
It's going to be. We'll see.
Facebook Live,
see.
At least.
No, it's good. It's pretty good. I don't think it'll be a problem. And then especially from the brewery, we'll definitely be able to do stuff from there and stream, no problem. It's gonna be. It's just a different thing, and they have a lot of the infrastructure that we just didn't have in the past, and.
Now, is there going to be a best board design competition where we can all show off each other's designs?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. We're going to do a best dressed for sure. You know, Lance Caston always is a contender in that one. Guy always has the best looking boards. We also can we announce a contest right now?
Yeah, please do, because I got to let you go. We've got a couple videos I've got to get to for the rest of the show.
Cool. Yeah, so I know we always talk a lot.
I love
it. The last thing, we are going to do a contest, and this was something we've been talking about for a little bit, but we'll go ahead and announce it now. So we're going to do a graphic design contest. The community has so many, and this kind of became with the Clydesdale pictures I saw yesterday, and some other people have been sending me beautiful artwork, One Wheel related, that I think is just super cool. So what we're going to do this year is we are going to have a FLOATLIFE 3 graphic design contest. We want to source it out of the community as opposed to sourcing it elsewhere. We want people that are passionate about it, and we want to kind of include the Oscar Blues thing, and that theme, and the One Wheel, just everybody knows if you're passionate about it, you know about One Wheel. So artists in the community, we're looking for FLOATLIFE 3 graphics, and we want to do a contest. The winner will win free tickets into the festival, a pair of free passes for the weekend, including competitions, everything. And we'll probably do them a little bit more than that even too. But right now, that's for sure a pair of passes for the weekend, which is a pretty good discount and a pretty good.
Well, when is the deadline to get this design?
Some swag to go along with it, some fun swag to go along with it.
When do people need to submit their graphic designs by?
We are hoping that we can get them basically probably by May 10th.
May 10th. We'll hard set that May 10th.
So basically 1 month from today, we're gonna 1 month from tomorrow.
And we'll put out an official announcement on FLOATLIFE's page with all of our rules, regulations, and the specifics of what you're getting out of that. And we're super stoked about it. Can't wait to see what you guys do.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Round of applause in the social media lounge. Hit them up, everybody. Justyn Thompson and Sarah Rose from.
Thank y'all so much, and check us out at FLOATLIFEfest.com. Most stuff has been updated in there. We'll be adding some more in there, but hit us up with any questions you have, and stoked to see everybody in September.
Justyn, and thank you, man. And I know I speak for everybody when I say thank you for what you do. We wouldn't have FLOATLIFE Fest without you.
Well, thank you guys for always having us. This is our third time on Voice of One Wheel. It's crazy.
Oh, you're regulars.
It's awesome. I'm super stoked, man. And we appreciate you guys. We wouldn't have all this without you. So.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right.
And thank you, Sarah, also for joining. Thank you so much.
Belly, great job over there. Do your thing. Belly's doing the work. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but we're gonna get to a few videos. Sarah Rose. Oh, look at that. That's badass.
And I just hung up on Luch is what I just did, so don't worry about that right now. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't you worry, folks. That's just the Skype sound coming in.
Boom.
Boom. Didn't hang up on Luch at all. Just kidding. Ha 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 ha. Yep, I'm doing great. But yes, I'm gonna get those videos together. Great stuff about Float Life Fest, though. I'm very excited to get there.
But I need to talk to you now. Hold on. Just everyone stop. Just relax. Just deep breath. That was awesome. But we need to just discuss. I need you to pull up some things because I got videos that I gotta play, and I'm running out of time to do it. And the people need it. So, Belly, we need a couple things. We need you to go into the Gmail. I'm just going to pull back the curtain. This is how we talked before.
Give the people
I need you to go into the
what they
Gmail
want.
and grab that YouTube for the Float Queens, okay? Did you grab that? Do you know what I'm talking about on that?
Yeah, let's see.
Just go to your email, and there's a YouTube link there. And then
you emailed it to me?
Yes, I emailed it to you. But if you're in my email, just go in the sent email. Okay? And then there's also a whole bunch of stuff in the Facebook. We've got to get Chris Richardson's Facebook messages up, and I need Ryan Horowitz's Facebook messages up. While you're pulling those three things, your email, my messages to Chris, and my messages to Ryan, I will tell the people exactly what we're pulling up. And it's going to be pretty neat because Chris pulled off a bonk shove it, which I've never seen before. And I was like, yo, dude, are you serious? And it's cool because it's a minute clip of like a progression of how he got to it. So we're going to show that here in just a second, so don't go anywhere. But Horowitz actually hit me up and told me that the video that we played last week, interestingly enough, he pinched a nerve somewhere, and it was really been hurting him. And he was like, I gotta not jump for a little while. And he told his daughter Kaylee, you have to pick up the jumps the jumping slack for the Horowitz family.
So, Luch, I have a question about the Horowitz video.
And she did. And we have videos of her killing it for her first bonks or her first jumps. And I thought that was pretty neat to play.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Up?
Now I'm seeing them. Okay. I see where we're going. I just want to make sure.
You feel me with this? Yeah, I figured you would figure it out from what I'm saying. So just show the people. I mean, she's got a couple. Are you
talking about the bonk where he jumped in the sand? Or is it
that one from last week. You don't have to play that. I just wanted to play there's 4 that are new at the bottom. And they're of Batgirl doing her first jumps. We call her Batgirl. And so I figured maybe you could play one of those or a couple of those for the people. Belly's doing a lot of work right now. I can see it behind the scenes. Yes, the one before that. That is...
I know. That's just a picture of Batgirl. Everyone check it out. She's always rocking the great board and the great headgear, as always.
If you scroll to... Yeah, there you go. Just never jumped before. She's like, all right, Dad, I got this. Let me just set up a quick ramp. In fact, I would like to have...
I just missed a bonk. But there's a jump again. Boom!
Bam. I love it. Bam. Yeah, so... Should we do the Float Life Fund again? Because there are people asking me, Belly, to promote that, and I wasn't sure if we're going to do that again. That seems like a no-brainer.
I will make this. I will make that clear. I don't know if anyone's been over to the Float Life Fest or looked at tickets for the page. They do have a section in there for a little add-on extra, so you can. There is a section to add on to your final bill of when you're getting the tickets and things like that. And what I should do is really bring up the Float Life Fest website here so you all can kind of
Well, go ahead and transition over to me if you want, and then you can do the background behind the stuff, behind the scene stuff. That is great job by Kaylee. Just round of applause for Kaylee.
Yes.
I want
picking
that
up the
ramp.
Horowitz clan there.
Yeah, absolutely. I want that ramp, man. I really do. So maybe somebody can tell me where I can get one of those because I'm a little bit nervous. Isn't that the same type of ramp that caused Richardson to break a rib? I'm pretty sure it looks the same. And we'll play his bonk shove it here in just a minute too. So yeah, we could certainly start the Float Life Fund. If you don't know what that is, last year we raised about $1,500 for Float Life Fest, which was just to help everybody out and help them put it on. Because I know the first one they actually ended up dipping into their own pockets. The guys down at Southern Raft Supply, guys and girls. So yeah, if you want to help out, I think you can tack on a little bit extra to your ticket.
Yes.
We will also make that GoFundMe live again, so that we do one for this year. That's a good call, Plevel. Well done. Plevel is just being extremely active in the social media lounge today. I love it.
As you can see,
very helpful.
I've just brought up the Float Life Fest 3 Float Life Fest website. It's floatlifefest.com for all of you, and then you can get tickets right in that center right there. When you go in to get the tickets, they've got all the options for you, the pricing, things like that. It's through Eventbrite, so if you haven't used Eventbrite before, it's one of those things where it can keep track of your ticket on the app they have on the phone and things. But right down in here is a Float Life Fund donation page area right there to buy the ticket.
Boom.
And I'm sure that there's a way where you can enter money in there and send it right to our guys over at Float Life Fest, who are taking care of us so well.
Belly, good job.
While we start
good
up
job.
the float, if we do start up the Float Life Fest, we'll coordinate with Justyn on that and talk to him about it and see what he thinks. And if we do, we'll definitely let you guys know by Tuesday next week on the show. Where we can find all that info, but we'll coordinate with Justyn on that. But for future references, you don't have to worry. You can directly donate to the Float Life Fest right on your ticket sales. Definitely, if you want to, get over there and do it.
Awesome. Very, very good. Because, I mean, that is a little tough to manage. So if you can just do it directly, that would be a lot easier on our part. So very good. Thanks to everybody who's donated, to Rachel Cecil, to Brandon Ogden, and just helping out some of the injured riders. It's been really neat to see and kind of heartwarming just watching that and seeing how that's really positively affected those people. They're very grateful. I know personally they're very, very grateful. So that was cool. I got to see this punk shove it. So, Belly, if you can, go to Chris Richardson, scroll up, and he's got a Dropbox link. You already got it?
Yeah, I already got it.
We got to do this right. There it is. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of here and just listen. This one's fun. Make sure the sound's up on this, and let's just watch him learn a trick in a minute.
All right. As long as I figure out how to play it. Oh, no. It's a runaway.
Oh! That's what I'm scared of.
Tried to save it.
Yeah, I love the effort. Is that upside down? At first I was like, is he upside down? No, he's not.
Loving it. Nailing it.
Nailing it. Feeling it. Feeling the flow. Ladies and gentlemen, the bonk shove it. Chris Richardson. Nicely done, sir. Really, really good job. Wow. Oh, man. That's awesome. I mean, I just in awe of all you guys that just push the envelope every single week, man. So cool.
And any other videos you need me to have?
Let's go to the email. I want to hear from the update. Oh, we've got a PSA from the Float Queens. Let's go. I got to hear from them. They've spoken, and when the Queen speaks, you listen.
Oh, boom. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get that sound fixed for you. Sound is real low. Sorry about that.
Hold on. Can you start? Can you start it over?
You're on the same line, and I had it all the way up. Sorry. I can start it over, but the sound on the video is all the way up on there.
Well, we're talking over it, so let's just go back to it. All right, Float Queens, take it away.
Those trolls' heads have now been removed. I'm not sure if we're getting the... Yeah, the audio's low on there. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
Will we?
Not today, but...
What's the deal?
I could tell you, but I'll tell you after. It's fine. But yeah, the sound's just not good on there. I can't really run it right now.
All right. Well, we'll have to play that separately because they did a good job and it was actually really creative. And now I feel bad for them because we kind of just blew our load on it. I'm sorry, Float Queens. Yeah, they were getting some. They wanted to address some random downvotes that they were just getting for no reason, and it almost feels like bullying at some point. So, yeah, she did. I've got comments in the social media lounge. Lip reading challenge. Pretty sure she just said "Fat Daddy's rule." So yes, it is funny, and they'll drop it. Go and check out Amanda's channel, One Woman, One Wheel, on YouTube. Her and her roommate Nikki are hilarious. They're awesome, and they're just in it for the right reasons. Their stoke tank is full.
100%. I don't know if you could know this, but One Woman, One Wheel loves me. So get on that train.
I know, right? I love it. Belly, I miss you, man. What's going on with you? I feel like we're already at the end of the show. I haven't even gotten to do a show yet. Like, Justyn did an awesome job. That was so informational. I feel like if you needed to know anything, today was the show for that. But you know me, I like my antics. So, like, are you good?
I'm good,
have you been
man,
going out at all?
No, yesterday I spent the day off doing nothing. But I'm going out today right after the show. I got to shower up, clean myself. Even though I do look fresh and nice right now, I got to make sure I look good. Hanging out with some friends for a friend's birthday, so it should be a fun day.
Very good, dude. I gotta look this way at you. I'm looking down at you. There he is. All right. So, quick thing that I ended up doing last night. I got to tell jokes at the Comedy Store in the main room, and beatbox with Tiffany Haddish, which was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was crazy, man. And I'm actually gonna do a show with. We've got a new podcast coming out, and it will drop. We're recording it later today.
Whoa.
It's part of. Yeah, it's very exciting. I've got Maddie Potts. And our newest co-host, which will be Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen. She will be joining us. And Belly, I think you're going to like it.
Do you have enough cameras?
I've got all of our cameras from Studio A, so I should be fine. As long
Do you
as
have enough microphones?
Yeah, I think I got everything.
Do you have enough cords?
And Belly's got a new podcast that he's working on. I'm just going to drop that.
Sure.
It's called the Tendercast.
No,
and
I changed it. That's not it.
What do you got?
So it's called the At Your Service Podcast. The podcast is about the service industry life. I'm starting to get everything together for it and get my guests lined up so we can get
It's going to be good, man. It's a bunch of waiters and servers and just talking about all the things that they can't stand customers doing. All the background behind the scenes that you wish that you could hear in the kitchen, you're going to get that on his podcast. It's really going to be worth a listen.
And you're going to hear a lot of funny stories, a lot of we're going to have a lot of laughs, and it'll be a fun time as always. And that should be launching very soon.
Mine will be the same, but more Los Angeles antics, and we'll just come at you with a very interesting story every single time, interviewing the people that we come across. Yesterday, while we were having our pregame drinks, we were listening to Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, like 10 feet from us, give an interview, which was kind of neat. So there's all kinds of characters out here.
You told me there's celebrities in Los Angeles?
I know, you heard that, but like that's the first time
Besides seeing it. You? Are you serious?
Last night it was me, baby. I'm all over the YouTubes and the Twitters. Just search Tiffany Haddish on Twitter. There's me.
Yeah, just standing there, taking it all in.
It was awesome, dude. It was a packed room in the entire main room of the Comedy Store. I got to do it. It was crazy. They roasted me. So if you want to check it out, I'll have links to that, and we'll have the whole full story with behind the scenes in the new podcast coming out later this week. So thank you, guys.
Did you drop your new one on them? April Fools?
My new what? No, I did not.
Oh man, save it.
Yeah, I will. So, Belly, we got to get out of here, man. People are loving the idea of your show. I think that's a really good idea. So, good luck with that.
Awesome. And then, so I just wanted to one more time show the Float Life Fest promo video, and this time it's going to be all promo. After I get it set up.
See, when you do that, you make it sound like you're about to play it.
The problem is
Jesus Christ.
The problem is that the buttons are all next to each other. We have a lot of things close to each other on the screen. Sometimes you'll see it flash over Lucha's face when I'm clicking on the stuff because I haven't hit the buttons fast enough.
I'm going to be honest with you. As much as I told you last show, I finished last show. I watched it back and I said, Belly, that's the best show you've ever done production wise.
It was 2 weeks ago. I hit full screen and it went over your face.
Yeah, this show is by far your worst show, by far your worst effort, and the production.
Can I point out two huge differences? Can I point out two huge differences in this show and that show?
What are we even looking at? A light post?
This is you are looking at the front of the barn that they were talking about at Rebranch, where it's going to be the centralized location for all of the get-together and fun. This is a Float Life Fest 3 promo video that I currently have up. The difference from last week and this week, though, is you were here in Studio A last week.
2 weeks ago when you had it, it was unbelievable, and this is night and day. So save it with setting it up. I want you to set up your video and smoothly transition and save it with a strong ending.
Let's see. From the producers of Float Life Fest 3. We've got the one and the only promo for the video from Southern Raft Supply, so do enjoy.
We are scoping out for Float Life 3. This is the venue this year. It's amazing. There's tons of trails. There's courses. We're going to be building more courses. Expect lots of new amazing stuff at Float Life 3 this year. It's going to be awesome.
All right, folks, take it easy. That's been another Voice of One Wheel. We hope to see you again very soon. And next time I'll download the outro so you can hear it for real next time. Have a good day, folks. See you on the other side. And outro song. And volume up.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I love you, man. God bless you.
This production was not brought to you by me. Or the best belly that you could be. Laugh it up, fuzzball. Laugh it up. To everyone out there, have a great day because I can't figure this shit out to save my life.